animals? It's your boy Hype, back with another Destiny video on the Animal Instincts Gaming channel. This is the weekly Nightfall, week 9, Meridian Bay on Mars. And as you see there was no damage, no void, arc, or solar. I knew just from playing this that majority of the enemies are solar. They have solar shields at least. So I was going in there kind of solar heavy. I went in there with the Vision of Confluence, the Icebreaker. They both do solar damage. And I started out with a solar rocket launcher, but I ended up switching up because those little things, I don't know what they're called, but the smaller enemies, they actually had void shields. So I switched to the Zombie Apocalypse, which does void, but you'll see that coming up in here in the video. And you know, in my opinion, this is one of the harder ones out of all the strikes. And you know, if you follow these steps, it should make things a little bit easier for you. So let's get it going. Right here in the beginning, obviously, you know, just clear out these enemies, and then you got to deploy your ghost, and he's going to send you off to the next spot. So that's all I'm doing here is just clearing them out, and that is the Vision of Confluence, which does the solar, and it fires in full auto mode. And I have the magazine, what the fuck, that ain't even a word. The magazine is 27 rounds, man. That's pretty good. So right here in this spot, this is probably, in my opinion, one of the hardest spots to get past. You just want to kind of stay right back behind this rock, and then you're going to see there's one of the main guys to the left that shoots rockets. He's hitting me right now. You want to get him out of the way first. And right here, I'll head over behind this rock. There he is right there. I'll head over behind this rock to the left, and you can take him out pretty easy from there. And then once you get him out, it's just a matter of, you know, taking out all the rest of them one by one. And this is where I actually see that the smaller enemies, they have the void shield around them. So I ended up switching to the Praetor's Revenge just for this spot. But I definitely wanted my Icebreaker for the guards and for the final boss. So I ended up switching back to the Icebreaker, and then a little bit later is where I decided, hey, let me put on the zombie Apocalypse for those little pricks, and then it worked out pretty well. The end is the easiest spot. It's the easiest. Well, I shouldn't say it's the easiest. It's still a pain, but there's a good safe spot in there. And this roughly, the whole thing took me about, I don't know, a half hour to complete, because a lot of it is just, it's just playing that waiting game. And a lot of the enemies, they like to just hide and let you come to them, which it works out because, you know, you're safer, it's easier. But a lot of times, you know, you get their shield down, they're almost dead, and they run off and hide and regenerate their shield. It can get frustrating at times. So right here, coming up, I'm just going to speed this up a little bit, because that's all it basically is just staying back, playing cautious, and picking them off one by one, and slowly pushing forward, progressing a little bit. And you see right coming up right here, this one of the little guys, he ended up like kind of glitching out, and he's just standing there. I don't even know what you want to say that he was doing, but it was pretty funny. I guess he got like stuck on something, and he's kind of just hopping up and down. So yeah, right there is where I switched to the Praetor's Revenge, just to take out these little guys. Because if you don't have nothing that knocks their shield down, you can usually spend a good bit of time just shooting them. And so I wanted to get them out of the way as quick as possible to progress to the next part. And when they shoot them little shockwaves, man, that's where you need to be cautious, because they deal some pretty significant damage. So right there, as you can see with the Praetor's Revenge, they're only like 2 shots and they're done. But these things are elusive, and sometimes trying to hit them, especially at close range, isn't the easiest thing to do. So I think right here is where he's like stuck. Look at him. He was stuck hopping up and down. So I took him out pretty easily because of that. And then after you take all these enemies out, you're going to have a whole new little group that comes in down the bottom here. And what I did right here was I took out these ones in the front first. And at this point I still had my rocket launcher, but I wouldn't have needed it. You don't really need it. I just didn't want to switch back to the icebreaker quite yet because I still had a little bit of rounds left in Kratos Revenge, but it doesn't matter. I don't even think I use it anymore. So after you take them couple out right there, there's a spot up here on the top left, like a little platform that I jump up on, and then it's kind of a good vantage point, and it's also, you know, you got plenty of cover up there where you can take out all the rest. Yeah, so I'm just up there, just taking out, I think like 4 more spawned in, get all the big guys out of the way, and then it's just the little one left. So I pretty much, I thought that this spot, and I kind of was thinking that the tank was going to be the most difficult 2 spots, and tank went pretty well, and I'll show you and explain to you how I did that in case, you know, if you're feeling the same way or ever have problems with that. I think it went pretty well. I didn't even get damage. There was one thing I would have did a little bit differently, which I'll show you and explain to you, and then maybe if you're at this spot you can do it correct what I did, and it'll go a little bit smoother for you, even though, you know, I still made it through there pretty easily. So right here I like to take out that big guy first because he shoots them rockets, and stay back because if you get too close, those little things, they'll send that shock waves out and they'll hit you and they'll take you down. So just make sure you stay back. There I switched to the zombie apocalypse for these guys, and I only have 15 rounds in it, but you'll see it does the job. Takes them down. One of them ends up running away, but look at how much, you know, quicker that's taking them out. So if you have anything like a that's what I would recommend using for this whole strike, is a solar damage sniper rifle and a void damage machine gun, because you can see, look there how many shots it took just to take his shield down. So, you know, if you're shooting them and you got a couple other enemies on you and you're spending too much time on them, then it can set you up for failure. Right here, these guys, every time you take their shield down, they tend to jump and hide down in that little ditch right there inside that hill and get their shield back. But you'll see right here, say, watch, I'm going to shoot him 2 times, his shield's down, and then he runs and hides. But you'll see right here, we'll call them antlers, his little antlers on top of his helmet. They still stick out above the hill, and if you hit them, he takes damage. So that's what I would do. There's 2 of them over there. You just shoot their little antlers. We'll call them antlers in the as we're approaching Christmas time here coming up. I know we still got Thanksgiving, but these months are fast. Christmas will be here before we know it, and also that means this DLC is going to be coming. Can't wait for that. So I'm just going to speed this up a little bit, and I'm going to show you where I like to go to take these guards out. It's a pretty good spot. You can focus just on them and nothing else can really hit you. So after you take them out, just work on making sure you take out, you know, as many enemies as you want to here. And once I do, I take out enough to where I have a clean path off to the right side here. I just hop on my Sparrow and take off. Now right here is where I go, and you jump up onto this rocks to the right and then jump across to this rock in the middle. And from this rock in the middle, you'll see right here that you can get clean hits on the guards every time. And then once you kill him, usually when you kill him, the ship will come in and drop off the other one. And you got to be very aware of that ship, because even if you're up here the whole time, the ship can hit you. So just stay, you know, hidden when that ship comes. But this time around, I killed him, and the ship didn't come in. So I had to go back down there and kill a couple more enemies. So that's one thing you might want to do first, is just kill a couple more enemies before you come up here, because then you could just stay up here and make things a little bit easier for you. And also, that's kind of where I messed up at the end. Before I killed the third and final guard, I should have probably killed off all the rest of the enemies, because when I was in the process of fighting a tank, which you'll see coming up, I was getting hit in the back a few times. So you know, it was kind of making the thing a little bit more difficult than it had to be, even though I still went through the whole strike without having to use the self revive with the warlock. So it went well. So you see, I took that other guard out. There's one more. He spawns out of this door to the right, and there he is. And before I took him out, those other, I think 3 more were over there. I should have killed all of them. And I do kill a couple of them, but see those guys, they ran and hid. I should have taken them all out. All right, so I'm taking him off the third guard, and now the tank's dropping in. And for this tank, you got to be really cautious of that, you know, of his rocket, because that thing has a huge blast radius and can kill you in one shot. So what I did right there was I shot him 5 times to his front right leg, and that destroyed his leg. If you didn't know that, that's what you want to do. See right there, I'm getting hit in the back. You want to shoot his legs. He has 4 of them, and shoot them all, and he's dead. So what I'm doing here, I took out the front right leg. Now I got the back right leg left, and the 2 legs on the left side. So what I'll do is I'll shoot a couple of times from the left side of this rock in the middle, get his attention over there, and then once he's about to shoot to the side that I'm at, I'll run to the opposite side. That way, you know, I'm never in really harm's way. So right there, it's 5 shots with this icebreaker, and it's fully upgraded, and it takes his leg down. See how he's still shooting to the left, so now I can shoot here, and I know that pretty much you can get about 4 shots off and then switch sides. And all you're doing is you're just baiting them back and forth. And then when you'll see that that huge damage increase, where it goes from, I think I'm hitting them at right there, that was 20 grand. So that leg's done. You know, so whenever you see the 20 grand or whatever you know, the weapon that you're doing is doing, but whenever it really increases over all the rest of them, you know that leg's done. So don't really, you know, waste no more ammo on that leg. Just keep working the other ones, because if you can get like 2 of his legs down, and his health will have a quarter left, and if you're still just shooting the same leg, that quarter health is really not going to budge. Take all 4 of his legs out, you make it through there pretty easily and pretty fast. It didn't really take long to do. There he is, he's done. So then from here, I'm going to speed this up. I just hop on my Sparrow. I don't worry about none of these enemies down here. And coming up right here, a lot of these enemies, they're lower level enemies. So if you don't have the icebreaker, if you just have a regular sniper rifle that does solar damage, here's kind of a good spot where you can gather up on some ammo. You can just keep killing these guys, and then when you go in here, a lot of them will keep spawning in. When you go up that ramp to that ship right there, a lot of them will keep spawning in, so you can kill them over and over and over again, building up your ammo, whether it be, you know, if you have a machine gun that does solar or whatever you're going in with. You know, I was just checking for a loot chest right here. Sometimes there is. So coming up right here, there are 2 ways you can go in. There's one right there, which I passed, and there's one up here. Go to the second one, the ramp that takes you up, because then you're up top and you have a lot of cover, and you can just clear out all these enemies from right up here. If you go down to the right, you're kind of more open to getting hit and taking damage, and this is just it's a safer spot, and it's easier, I believe, to clear out this whole room right here. So yeah, that's all you want to do right here. This guy, he was being a pain, man, because every time I kept shooting him, he kept on going to a spot where I couldn't see him no more, and it got really annoying to him right there. He's almost dead, but yet he just, look, he jumps back behind that. I'm trying to nade him and everything. He jumps back behind that pole, and I can't see him. And then at one point, he starts going ape shit. He just keeps shooting non-stop right here. It's just non-stop. And I managed to take him out. And then from here, past this point, you're there, man. It's smooth sound from here on out. Just a couple of these guys left, and then I'm going to show you where to go. The best spot to go for the final boss right here. There's 2 enemies in here. Once you kill both of them, you're going to want to head over to the left side of the map. Head up this ramp. And then right on this second ramp right here, go down in this corner behind it. And you'll see right here, there's a little line of sight that you can get on this guy. And right there, he's still immune. You got to be cautious. He can hit you. See right there. And then once you hit him from there and you get his attention to that one, you can duck down and come and shoot him from this side. You got to watch from this side when he does shoot the rockets. The rockets can hit you. So then from there, you just kind of want to go back to this side and so on and so on. Now, you may be thinking, well, what about when he goes all the way down to the other end of the map? And you'll see that that's not really an issue neither. You can hit him from there. I'll show you that spot coming up here in a second because he will be moving. You will get a lot of the enemies building up around this way, and you know it can be a nuisance, but you know at least you're pretty safe as long as you're playing it safe and you're moving. And just take them out, and then focus back on the boss. So you can see some of the enemies are coming in right there, and I don't know why that his rockets that the ball shoots off, they should do damage to those guys, but they don't. So whatever. Right here is the spot when he's down the other side of the map. You want to come to the left side of all those crates or whatever the hell they are. See, I still have my zombie apocalypse on for these guys. And yeah, I mean you're not 100% safe back here, but you know, as long as you play it safe and play it smart. And so you can see I'm landing shots into him from down there. And sometimes you can only see, you know, his foot just a little bit peeking out, depending on where he's standing. But it doesn't really matter. As long as you can hit him, just hit him. Get enough shots in him, get him to move back. And then once he's about, you know, half health, he just kind of starts pacing back and forth in the middle of the map. And you can take him out from here. So that's about it, man. We'll let this video let it wind out. If you guys want to stay to the end and see what I got, then go right ahead. And as always, you know what to do. Please, if you like this video in any kind of way or helps you out, please give a thumbs up. And be sure to leave a comment. I always try my best to keep up with the comments and give a thumbs up or comment, reply back. And if you have any questions, you know, I'll be replying back. And if you haven't, be sure to subscribe. As always, it's your boy Hype. Animals, we out.